All right. Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome to Minds Behind the Music. I am your host, LA. Today is another episode or installment of maintaining your voice slash range. Now, last week I talked about what not to consume when you are about to go perform or sing and all that other stuff. And this week I want to talk about what you can or what you should consume, specifically what you should drink before you perform. And the specific beverage that I am talking about is tea. Any kind of tea that is beneficial towards your singing voice and that's warm and that's just really good, even having it with honey. That's one of the beneficial beverages to have before you perform. I made myself some green tea today. Now let's get into it. I know that a lot of people are not keen on drinking tea or being big tea drinkers, but I think this is one of the cases where you need to expand your horizons, or where you should at least try and expand your horizons, because growing up, I wasn't a big tea drinker either. I didn't really like iced tea. I didn't like a lot of those teas that were like overly bitter, overly flavor like not in the flavor of that I would like, and I'm sure a lot of other people are like that too. But I I'm here to give you some advice on that and give you some specific flavors that you should try. Now, what originally got me into drinking tea was whenever I did theater in high school, and my mother decided to give me a drink and like give me stuff that would help for my singing, which were the honey sticks that I mentioned before in previous videos, and lemon tea, which was basically boiled water with lemon and some honey as well, depending on what was preferred. Sometimes I did with honey and sometimes I did without it. It was definitely a big benefit towards my voice, and it definitely helped strengthen it. Anyways, let me show you what tea I first liked. Now, when I was growing up, I really enjoyed Asian food, like Chinese and Japanese food. So I even enjoyed some of the tea there, which is green tea. Green tea is the one of the first types of tea that I had and I genuinely enjoyed. It can be bitter or a little overly bitter depending on what type of green tea you get. There are some that aren't too overly bitter, like overly flavorful. Like you could get some that are mixed with other flavors and other styles. Like this is just basically like regular green tea that I got from this one Japanese supermarket that I went to with my sister. And this one is called Oi Ocha, which translates to green tea. I believe, yeah, it translates to green tea, but it's called Oi Ocha. This one's a little bit bitter. This is more on the bitter side, and I if you're not a big fan of the bitter, I would not suggest trying this tea, but if you do and you really want to strengthen your voice, I would definitely check this one out. Now, for the ones with flavor that I would recommend are Bigelow's green tea. I sometimes get the regular green tea that Bigelow has, but this specific one is green tea with wild blueberry acai. This one has like a not a sour flavor to it, but a more fruity kind of flavor to mix with the green tea flavor, which I think is a very nice combination and has almost like a juice kind of combination. But I really enjoy this flavor and I would definitely suggest trying it. This is again, if you haven't seen, it's wild blueberry and it's green tea with wild blueberry and acai. I believe there are other flavors with it. I would suggest checking the local supermarkets of yours for the different flavors. So in case you don't like wild blueberry and acai, there's different other flavors. I forgot the exact ones, but this is the one I usually get while with green tea with wild blueberry and acai. And you might not even like green tea. In case you don't like green tea, and all this other stuff. There's a there's another type of tea that I really love having because I just love the overall flavor, and it's not overwhelmingly bitter, and that's pure chamomile. I like this version better than the Bigelow version because it doesn't taste as artificial, but it still has like a nice warm, like, the flavor is very nice when it's warm and it's not overwhelming to your taste buds. This is again pure chamomile. The front of the box is kind of broken, or it's kind of like ripped off a little bit because of the side. But yeah, this is pure chamomile. This is the Twinnings version. You could probably get it at any supermarket that's near you. And they sell it here. This is what it looks like. It has that like, let's see. It's not, like I said, it's not an overwhelming taste, but it's very nice, and it's also good for, like, relaxing and calming. Like, if you really want to, like, cool down and, like, just take it easy, this is definitely a good tea to have for when you're relaxing. Now, if you really want a flavorful type of tea that isn't green tea or, like, chamomile, you still wanna have, like, a fruity kind of taste, there's wild berries. This is another Twinnings one. I believe Bigelow makes something like this too, and it's pretty good, but this is wild berries. I would definitely recommend trying it. It's pretty good. It has like that fruity kind of juice taste to it. If you really prefer that, like if you really prefer your teas to have a flavor to it, this is definitely one that I would recommend. It would be the wild berries. It has a similar taste to the blueberry acai or the blueberry and acai, but it doesn't have that like dark green tea taste to it. So if you really want a lighter kind of taste, I would definitely recommend having the wild berries. And there's one that Paul Rogers mentioned in the video that or in the podcast that I did yesterday for the live, and that was ginger tea. This is ginger and honey crystals specifically, but I believe they have regular ginger tea. Ginger is actually very good for your voice, especially if you're sick or just, you want to help make sure your voice is not hoarse or not hurting for when you perform. I would definitely recommend trying some of this ginger tea. It's Ginger is again, it's strong, it strengthens your voice, and it opens up your voice too. Like it makes sure that your voice isn't too clogged with phlegm, and it makes sure that you can it makes sure that nothing's distracting the vocal cords, like any acid reflux or any kind of phlegm. But these are so far the teas that I would recommend that I've had before and I really enjoy. Um, there are other different types of flavors that you can try. Like they have the regular tea that Lipton has. I'm personally not a big fan of it, but if you want to try it and you like the taste of that, I say go on ahead. And there's also different fruit flavors of tea. There's different types of fruits. I could not name them off the top of my head because I usually don't get them, but definitely go out and get some of those if you really want to try them. If you're not crazy about any of these teas that I mentioned here, definitely go out and try them. And my other recommendation for drinking tea is preferably have it hot, and always have always whenever you're done drinking tea, drink some water. Like I've already mentioned numerous times, that's the motto of the podcast, drink your water. Like I always say, drink your water, but always have water with you to always have water to, help keep you from staying dehydrated because tea, similar to coffee, is diuretic. So you're gonna have to urinate or want to. You're gonna. It'll boost your. Um, it'll boost your chances of feeling like you have to urinate when you drink tea. So definitely have some water with that because you're gonna end up dehydrated if you just have tea. But let me know what any other types of advice you guys have. Let me know if there's any other beverages that you had that really helps strengthen your voice. The first things that I think of when I think of beverages that strengthen your voice is tea and water. And if there's any others that you guys can name, definitely comment below. Definitely you even message me about that. Let me know, say that, oh, there's this is a specific type of drink that I have that really helps me with my voice, that is good for my voice. Definitely let me know. But until next time, guys, this is how I want to end it. Like, comment, share, and subscribe if you want to see videos similar to this one. Tomorrow, I am a little bit iffy about when I will be uh, having a live show, but definitely keep on the lookout for that. I will keep you guys updated. I will be helping my another podcast that I'm a part of, and I'm not sure when that will end, but I will definitely let you guys know, and just keep on the lookout for that. I will be working on the audio versions of the podcast relatively soon, and just a heads up for you guys, if I don't upload as much next week, that is because I will be having surgery done on on Wednesday, February 3rd. So if I'm not as consistent with the uploads, that will probably be why. And if anything happens, I will keep you guys updated as soon as possible. But have a good rest of your day and rest of your week. If you guys don't tune in for the rest of the week, have a good rest of the week. And as always, stay tuned.